Hey everybody, this is Devin Townsend and I am back here at the Warwick and Framus headquarters in that part of Germany that I can't pronounce. Every time I try, they always say it again in such a way that makes me feel like I'll never get it right. So I'm here at Framus Warwick nonetheless. So long story long, I've been working with these guys now for about 5 years, and it started as a very casual relationship that ended up becoming a full-time partnership, and for the past 3 years or so I've been using Framus exclusively for my electric guitar needs, and there's no foreseeable end to that. And with that is the signature guitar that I have been working on with them. This is one of the 2 prototypes that we made for the signature guitar. It's called a Stormbender because I don't know, it was middle of the night and I thought that was a cool name. And the idea, and one of the reasons why my relationship with them is so good for me, is that I asked them to make the prototypes and then let me tour with them for a year. And at that point I would be able to articulate to them any changes that I may feel are required. Now this unto itself is an absolutely brilliant guitar, and there's actually a couple people who purchased this version of the guitar from Framus, and they purchased an amazing guitar. But the changes that I wanted to make, I have spent a lot of time being completely obsessive about. And Framus has sent me different versions of the body, different templates of the body, and a bunch of different ways for me to really fine-tune the changes. But I decided to come here so we could actually make a prototype in the flesh, and that's what this is. The last incarnation of Framus Devin Townsend Stormbender. So what are the differences? Well, they are many and very subtle in a lot of ways, but significant to me. Let's start with the obvious. This one is slightly bigger, and that size difference comes from a number of things. The body shape itself is about 10% bigger, I'd say. The scale length is now 25.5 as opposed to 24 3/4. Because I'm in open tuning, I think that serves my purposes better ultimately, although I really do like the 24 3/4. The headstock is slightly bigger, and other than that, you'll notice on the side of this guitar here there is this bevel that I thought was really useful to me for the sake of how it would hang, but I decided that I wanted to get rid of that. So we did. We got rid of that bevel on the side, sort of cinched the sides of the guitar slightly, and then let's go on to the other body differences here. Added a belly cut because a lot of the times I end up playing while seated, and I like being able to slouch over on it, and this just allows me to feel a little more comfortable with that. We added a slight cut here on the bottom horn that you could put onto your knee. Like when I play live, a lot of the times I just brace the guitar against my knee. Small thing, but it was a cool feature. The back, because it's a set neck, you'll notice on this one it had this kind of swirl on the heel, and then the set neck, which was a very definite set neck look. I love the sound of the set neck, but I don't particularly like the look of it, specifically with a guitar that has this many kind of swooping lines. So what we did is we made it look and feel like a neck through while maintaining the set neck sound. And then from there, certain other subtle shifts in the body, but not so significant that it strays from the original design. For example, this bevel here is slightly in a different place. They're really small things. This pickup selector, because I spent a lot of time tapping, we moved this up slightly just to kind of get it out of my way. And I think that is the bulk of the changes. The tuning pegs that we chose are my favorite ones, which are the oversized Grover locking tuners. It'll be an ebony fretboard. These are the Fishman pickups I did with them, the Transcendence pickups. It's got a voice switch. Again, the body's slightly thicker, and I think other than that, there would be another subtle change. When you buy this, two things. We are adding a third strap button here, and the reason for that is when I put the guitar on the ground, as I do, I don't want the headstock to touch the ground. With Les Pauls or whatever, because I'm not particularly gentle with gear, if I put it down and the headstock touches the ground, I accidentally step on the guitar and break the headstock. So this little button on the back just elevates the headstock. It's a small thing, but it's practical for me. In the same way that the cut on the bottom of the guitar allows it to stand like that. I like things to be robust. I like things to be able to take abuse. And I think the final thing I will say about this is there have been some people who have bought the prototype version of it, which is a brilliant guitar. But when this one comes out, we've been working with a Chinese company as well to do what Framus calls a team-built guitar, which merges a lot of what they do here in Germany with outsourcing things like the body and how it gets cut and the CNC machines and all that, to bring the price range down from whatever it is, really expensive, down to something that's more consumer friendly. So I hope that within the next year, the final versions of this will be out. And yeah, it takes me a long time but to figure out what it is that I want, but I run marathons, not sprints. So this is a good example of that. This Framus Stormbender is, in all honesty, exactly what it is that I need. All these changes, all these modifications, all these things that may seem inconsequential are based on practical touring, recording experience. And if I was to custom order a guitar, it would be exactly this. So I look forward to you trying it, because when this is done, I don't think there'll be anything else that I will need. Thank you so much for paying attention. Thanks so much for your patience. Thanks so much to Framus and Warwick. And I look forward to showing you some of the final versions in the next 6 months or so. This is Dev, out. Cheers.